Yeah, really. He literally at the edge of the court, just pointing at him.
It's a little bit awkward.
I guess they said
You want to
get
just
started?
knock you out?
Yeah.
Were you surprised with how well that this team played only with a couple weeks preparation?
You know, you never know. This whole week I was just not knowing exactly what to expect. I felt great because we had 5 days of like a mini camp, and these guys were fantastic. They embraced the coaching, they embraced the effort, all the teaching. They were like locked in. And of course, when you have Russ Nicholas, like he can just make his plays. But for the most part, everybody was like paying attention to details. We were meticulous with how we were guarding certain actions and whatnot. The coaching staff did a great job. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, that was fantastic. And to play the game, the energy in this place was unreal. I mean, it was incredible. Our guys fed off that. Our guys loved it. It was amazing.
Were you surprised at all, Coach, how well guys that weren't Louisville players, Dow and Mayo, played in this group tonight?
Not at all. Because from day one, they've been playing with these guys like Russ, Peyton. They know Nick and they know Chris, and they came in, and it was like they were part of the group from day one. There was no. It was like the synergy with this whole group was amazing. The coaching staff with the players, everybody like just bought in. So I really wasn't surprised at all. And I knew how good those two players are. Those guys are fantastic. Like Nick is unbelievable. Chris is just a floor general. So like those guys were just great additions to our group.
What was it like for you to watch those guys just back out on the court playing together?
Oh, it's amazing. And then they actually, usually I'm sitting down and letting Coach Pitino scream at them, and then tonight I got to scream at them. So like it was, yeah, it's off my bucket list. So.
You have a view of the dunk?
What's that?
You have a view of the dunk?
I did. I saw him coming down the lane, and we've seen Nick do that in practice. In fact, our first scrimmage, right, Russ?
Yeah.
He had a dunk against coming down the lane. Guys got out of the way. And again, let me just make a point. Our guys were physically willing to take charges tonight. They were stepping in. They were doing a great job. But Nick comes flying down that lane. We've seen it. We knew he's capable of it. And then he can stretch the floor because he shoots the ball so well. He's such a great player and a great teammate. Russ will tell you, just a great teammate.
Russ, was there any doubt in that final shot that you were taking there?
Oh yeah, there was doubt.
I told him right before, I said, Russ, don't force anything. You know, just take the, he's like, I got you, Coach. And he just,
No, there was a lot of doubt, but I wanted to try and make it fun, make it loose, and when I played basketball, I play with a sort of rhythm in my head, and if I'm having fun, then good things tend to happen, so I just try to stay positive with every shot.
Were there nerves going into this before you knew there were going to be a good crowd, fans want to see you play again?
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I did want to pack this place out. I think I told some of the TBT people that, you know, I'm pretty disappointed in all the rest of our fans that didn't show up. Like, we're supposed to be the #1 crowd, and you know, we have all of these amazing fans and supporters. I want all these guys to come out next game and really pack it out. And there's a lot of former, you know, U of L guys, and there's U of L guys that are here right now. So I think it'll be dope if they come out and really blow this building up. And then the late great Coach Crum. You know, we got to pack Freedom All out. We got to do it for him, and this has just been amazing.
After you kind of get a taste of, you know, just like getting the fans and just seeing that environment, just how much does it mean to have?
How about that shot by Russ? That was just a little Russ Nicholas.
Well, you know, after you get that first taste of the fans and just being able to have that experience, just how much does it mean to you now to know that you know you need to be able to do it again on Thursday night?
Man, that's amazing, and I do want to thank all of the fans for coming out. This was really dope. They were so loud in the beginning, and to perform in front of them is truly a blessing. I've had my fair share of injuries, so I know how truly special this moment is. Sharing it also with, you know, my former teammates who I've won with, and then my dad. So I'm just taking everything one step at a time and enjoying each game.
Russ, a shot like that, the explosion of the crowd like that, when's the last time you've had something like that? Has it been a minute? Because
Oh man, no, it was actually pretty recent. Well, you know what? It wasn't because we were on the road, so they didn't like that. I've actually all my game winners has probably been on the road, but my home game winner, this might be a first. Payne's used to making game winners at home though. I think I got like 5 under his belt or something.
Nah.
2 layups?
I'm just here to pass the ball to Russ. That's what my job is.
What was it like for you, Peyton, to step out on the court and you can see the energy during the intros and starting lineups? Just what was it like to have that moment?
It was amazing. I mean, that's what Louisville basketball is about. That's what this city is about. You saw the energy. You saw how it pushed us to get to that extra gear. I mean, Kyle missed the fast break 3, but you could just feel the roof about to come off with the fans. So it was just amazing that the fans came out and supported us like that. I mean, come on, like, you know, we're 10 years removed, and for them to even come back out here for, you know, this type of tournament it was pretty amazing. It just really shows that Louisville is a basketball state. You know, Louisville is a basketball city, and they love their basketball. So,
What is it like, you know, for a game like this, to have a game like this, in light of what Louisville basketball has been through over the past year or so?
it's been amazing. You know, and I'm glad that the players were able to come today. You saw them on the baseline, and I'm glad they got to see and that was just a snippet. You know, I think it was around like 6,000 fans or something around there, 6,000, 7,000.
Bigger. I mean, I don't know.
It was a lot of fans, but look, I tell them all the time, that's what you guys can be playing in front of. I mean, they came out and swore us, like I said, we've been 10 years removed.
10 years removed.
You know, so in light of that, you know, the fans are still hungry for basketball. They're hungry to watch, you know, good basketball. Just go out there, compete, leave it all out on the court. That's all they can ask from you. And you know, they just want to see that.
Let me piggyback off that a little bit. The choreography too on our pressing sequence. You know, that made me feel really happy. Like I don't know about me. I don't know about it was you too.
Yeah. I mean, we got the track. It was Diddy, Chris Dow. He's played at Bellarmine. He grew up in here in Louisville, and he saw that right away. He watched me and Russ all the time, so he jumped right on that, and you could just feel the electricity from the fans. Like it was pretty amazing to even get out there. And I mean, you saw the jitters. We couldn't make a shot to save our lives at the beginning, but towards the end, we calmed down. The fans stayed with us the whole time, and it was a pretty amazing night.
I mean, we were 2 for 16 from the 3-point line in the first half, have a 7-point lead with 1 turnover. And I can tell you this, every single day, playing hard's a talent. And that's a huge part. To your point about these guys just play so hard. Playing hard's a talent. You can overcome shooting, you can overcome the other stuff, because these guys just play so hard.
I will say this, I think I'll probably get a call from Coach P after that last turnover. You know what? And I shouldn't have played the clock. I just threw it just to see what was going to go happen. But
Wait, Kyle play?
yeah, I have one. That was my one turnover, and I just know he's just like, "You, son, you take that turn."
Why?
It was a great play draw. I say that.
Thank you very much.
Just poorly executed.
You made enough plays, man. And just Biggs, again, I'm sorry for interrupting, but
Can you grab the mic when you're talking?
sure. Just the Bigs run the floor when these guys have the ball. When Peyton has the ball, Bigs run the floor because they know they're going to get it. Guys run the floor. Watch how hard everybody, the wings, the Bigs, because he's going to make the right play. He hit guys in transition, whether it was on the Waku and Nick, for dunks, hit guys on the wings. Guys run hard because they know they're going to get the ball from a playmaker and a leader like Peyton.
You guys have gotten known as a team that would boom people during your time at Louisville. It was a close game, then you guys had that 10-0 run. Did you sense that boom happening?
Honestly, we were just trying to go out there, and you know, it's so funny with this Elam inning. You can't like go out there and play, because you saw the fourth quarter they came out and got 2 quick buckets, and it's like, all right, you know, usually you can play with the clock, play the time, but the Elam inning is like, no, you gotta keep playing.
Good thing I don't play with a clock.
Yeah.
Did you score all the points in the eliminating?
Maybe.
You scored them all, I think.
Yeah, I think so. He hit 2 3. You
Okay.
know, but you know, what we've kind of been known for is wearing teams down. Historically, I wouldn't say now. Historically, we've been known for wearing teams down and being better conditioned at the end. And I think, you know, with the guys, the depth of this team, shout out to, you know, Chris Dow, Nick Mayo, Omar, Dylan, a lot of guys who don't play for U of L that came in here, suited up with us, is out there playing hard. I mean, it was exciting to see that they just fit right into the chemistry. I mean, Wayne didn't play the whole first half and came in the second half and hit a huge three during that run. So it's just amazing that guys are still able to kind of feed off each other and feed off their energy, and it was definitely a special night.
And is there a part of, for you two especially, where you thought maybe during the game, or maybe you'll think about this after the game, where, man, I didn't think we were ever going to have this time together again like this, with the energy? Like
All the time, man. It's you know, during the practices, just getting guys back on the court together was really amazing. You know, just having that camaraderie, going out to eat or hanging out at the practice facility, just telling old stories has been really amazing for not only myself, but I know Russ too, just being back around each other. You know, there's guys I haven't talked to in years, but when we see each other, it's not like never we skipped a beat. And to be able to play, and I think, and I'll speak for myself, I know Russ too, but being able to play in front of the Louisville fans again is, you know, every former player's dream. You know, being a professional, you don't really get a chance to play in front of, you know, come back and play in front of your college fans, your family. So this was pretty special, especially for guys like Russ and I who play over in Europe or China. It's good to be back around family. I mean, you guys saw Russ with his father out there, you know, celebrating. It feels good, you know, being back home around friends and family. So.
And you mentioned having some jitters. I'm wondering if you could take me through that. Like, was it, you know, when you got here to the arena you were feeling that, and then like what moment did you see that flip and you just felt more comfortable?
Honestly, we had a walkthrough the other day, just being back in Freedom Hall. You know, everyone, I'm not that old, but I was old enough that I played in Freedom Hall. But, you know, it was just cool to be back here. And then when you're out there and you start seeing those red shirts pop up in those seats, you hear the Cards chant, you start seeing the L up, like it was pretty amazing to, you know, relive those times, you know, and like I said, playing in front of the U of L guys who I see almost every day, seeing those guys, seeing the fans wearing number 3 jerseys, and kids that they took pictures with me 10 years ago, now way taller than I am, it was pretty cool.
That Mayo dunk, just what was y'all's view of it?
That's what he do.
I told Kyle, Kyle wish he still had that. He had the fast break opportunity, but
Man.
Nick showed him up.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, that just shows like the talent, you know, that this team has acquired and put together. And everyone was super happy for him. Like everybody, you know, played together, and I think that's what's special about the team that they put together. Everybody's just happy for each other. It's not a selfish soul on the team. Everybody wants everybody to succeed. And I mean, Nick didn't even go to Louisville, but the fans erupted like he was one of their own. And I mean, hats off to Nick. I mean, that's good for him to show, you know, the fans that he's one of us, and they're gonna love him for that. I mean, it's gonna be all on social media, it's gonna be all on the pages. I mean, it's a hell of a
He
play.
definitely gonna be training in Asia. He be dogging them in Asia. Oh, wow. For real.
Russ, are you passing out the bourbon tonight in celebration?
You know what? First water, and then maybe I'll have a nightcap. But I like to separate the basketball from the bourbon. So all I can say is I hope people enjoy it. I hope people enjoy the bourbon. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Good. All right, I gotta go down to TV. Appreciate you, fellas.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See if I
See you Thursday.
Yes, sir.